Let's do that. Good evening, honeybees. Good evening, everybody. My name's Tracy B. You all know who I am. Well, hopefully, some people know who I am. Welcome to Team Honeybee Training, and super excited because this is our second training. And Hannah and I wanted to cover tonight stuff about ManiChat, which has just been released in the last month or so. And so Hannah's got some cool tips and tricks on how to go through that. So stick around to the end for that because it's great for newbies that are coming on. And we both wanted to also cover the 90-90. So for those of you who are on now, show of hands, who's doing 90-90? Cool. Michaela, do you know what 90-90 is? Cool, well, we're gonna talk about that. So when I was up at retreat a few weeks ago, oh my God, it feels like forever now, up in Noosa, we had Richard Bliss Brooks come on, and he was like, we zoomed him in from wherever he was in the world. Really nice man, by the way. I had the pleasure of hanging out with him at NMD school, and he lives on an island with like population of, I don't know, 150 in this huge mansion. And he was saying that everybody that lives on the island are like millionaires, billionaires. So the ideas going around at the dinner table and all that kind of stuff must like $billion ideas, which is really cool. But what I loved about him was he's super humble and he's just quite normal and really lovely. And I don't know, maybe it's my own thing, but I'm like, oh my God, rich people don't want to talk to me. It's just so silly, right? But they actually, because they're in the same industry as us, they're all about helping one another. They don't care who you are. They just want to help people get to where they want to be. So anyway, he's a really nice guy, and he was at our retreat, and he sparked this interest, and Adam just ran with it. He was like, what is such a cool idea. It's called 90-90, and it's pretty much reaching out to one person every day for 90 days. And Michaela or anyone else that's listening tonight, if you haven't had the training from Richard Bliss Brooks, just reach out to your upline. I might put it, actually I will put it in Team Honeybee again, so you guys can watch that training and see what that's all about. But let's just cover the basics tonight. So it's reaching out to one person every single day, and look, you can talk to them. For myself, personally, I've been talking to everybody about both product and the business opportunity. And I've been having amazing success with this 90-90. I've done a few of the recruiting tactics and tools over the last couple of years, and if I'm honest, for myself personally, they were all too much. It was like, reach out to 5 people, add 10 people, la 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 la, and it was just like, whoa. And I felt like my whole day was just taken up with you know, reaching out and messaging and stuff. Now for me personally, because at the time I was kind of working 2 jobs and being a mom, and it was full on, it was a little bit too much. But now that I've got more time, I actually can do more than 1 a day. But for those who are new, it's a really good way to just kind of put your foot in the door without stressing out too much and getting into overwhelm. So it's pretty much just talking and inviting, like sending the invite and going to your scripts and learning how to invite people. I'm really big on building a relationship to begin with. So for me, what's happened is I've gone back to all the previous chats that I've been having with people over the last couple of years. If you've just come into the business, that's okay. That's totally cool. Just start conversations, right? But at least one invite a day. And what I've found, and which doesn't feel too overwhelming, is that I can easily say to myself, sending 1 event's super easy. And so I do that, and that's cool. If I've got more time, which I find I do at the moment, I'll spark up a few more conversations. And then if I've got time, like it's so simple, like, hey, hun, I know we've been chatting. It's been really fun. I don't know if this is for you or not. I have no idea, but I don't know if you've noticed I've got a little side hustle. Would you be open to taking a look? So easy, like it's just so simple and easy. And when you've built that relationship up enough, It's pretty cool. And you've given them not an out, but I think the word is not the pressure. It's like, it could be for you, it couldn't be for you. I don't know, but you know, would you be open to having a look? It's not like, yeah, all salesy and all that kind of stuff. So there's lots of verbiage. If you guys are lost on verbiage, a really cool tip is go into either Team Freestyle or Team Honeybee. Go to the search bar and punch in verbiage or scripts, and it's amazing. It'll come up and you've got lots to choose from. So you can pick and choose what you like with scripts. I like Angela Simpson's done some really cool scripts. I'll try and find those. You might be able to actually punch in Angela Simpson scripts. She's done some really lovely ones, and I just copy paste and then I change a few words to kind of relate to the conversation that I've had with them, and then just kind of send it, which is super cool. So I think we're really lucky that we've got all of these tools to utilize. So focusing on just one person a day. Now, what we got people to do was, if you were into it, Michaela, just saying, you would write down 30 people's names. And what, for myself personally, I wrote down my dream team. It was like people I really love in my team, but people I'm just like way too scared to ask. But I wrote them down, and then I sent them to Kira, my upline. You send it to your upline or your NMD upline, which would be Kira actually. And then that kind of keeps you accountable, accountable if you want to be accountable and you really want this to work. So every day I'm executing one of those names. So I'm chatting to them, and a majority of them I've already had a conversation, so it's just touch base. Hey babe, been ages, what's going on with you and the boys? I can see you're having so much fun. What's news with you? And then the conversation starts, and then I simply say, hey, look, I don't know if you've noticed, I've got this cool side hustle. It's been able to give me XYZ, and I can't help but think it might be a fit for you, or it might not. I don't know. Would you be open to having a look? And I'm sending at least one a day. And if I get excited, I send 2 or 3. But I don't kick myself in the balls. I don't have balls, but I don't kick myself if I haven't sent, 2 or 3, but I love it because I've sent 1. So you can give yourself some praise, because I know that in the past it was like, oh, I haven't sent any out today, and I was just kicking myself, whereas now it's just like, it's just 1, Trace. It's as simple as just 1. And if you look at it, like over 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, you've sent out that many invites, which I think's amazing, because in the past, some weeks I wouldn't even send out any. I was just so busy building up conversations. And if I'm honest, in the beginning, I was really shy of actually asking. So since I've been doing the 90-90, I've brought on 2 teamies, which is super cool. And I've done a lot of, more customers this month as well, which is super. It's just easy. It's just easy. That's all I can say, because it's only 1 a day. Thanks, Hannah. What other chats have we got in here? If you have any questions, please. Yep. Every invite is a seed planted. Yes. And that's one thing I love. Like, we are like little farmers, we're like little farmer girls, and we're just out there in the field, and we're prepping it all, right? We're prepping the dirt and everything, which is our social media presence, and showing our lifestyle and our healthiness and our live videos and all that kind of stuff. So that's prepping the soil. And then every time we have a chat with someone, be it about the business or about their health, it's literally just planting a seed and then covering it up, and then planting the next seed and the next seed. And each conversation, touching base with them and following up. If it's not even, it could just be a, hey babe, how's it going? It's been ages. Then we're watering that seed. So, and one day they pop, and it might be just, hey, I'm really interested in your product. Or it might be, hey, I'm really cool to jump on your kaupapa and see what's going on. You don't know, but if that's your farm and that's your livelihood, you want to look after it, nourish it, love it, and continually, grow it, I guess you could say. So it's a cool analogy. Thanks. Always planting seeds of wisdom and love and light into our little orchard or our garden. I think super ridiculously important. Stacey says, I've gained confidence in asking. Yeah, totally. it just gets so much easier. And I will say, like, I've had a few no's actually, and in the past, it's funny, I don't know if this is you, but it's me. I have weeks where I'm just like, oh, bummer, you said no, like, that's cool, that's no for now. But then the last couple of no's I've had, I've been like really down on myself, like, oh my God, what's wrong with me? She doesn't like me, she thinks I'm a dork, and it's like, that is so dumb. So I quickly get out of that and just kind of check myself, like, where's that come from? Like, that's so silly. You're going to get no sometime. That's okay. It's just a no for now. So just know that no's are cool, and it's never about you. It's just where they are at right now, and they might come later. I know when I bought Af is our new little honeybee who's come on. Honestly, and Af can tell you, I've been nurturing that seed for I've been massaging her for about 2.5 years. And I reckon I've been nurturing that seed for almost 1.5 years. She's come to all events. She's always, she's always picking my brain and asking, and I'm always sending her love and gifts and, funny little memes and stuff. And I'm always just nurturing her because I know her story and I really want to help her. And she's finally come on board. So just be persistent, but just nourish and love everybody that you're talking to, and come from, once again, that place. Honestly, that place of heart. If you don't, you've probably heard my story. In the beginning, I was just like, I was desperate. I came across desperate because I just wanted to pay everything off and just get that out of the way. And I did, and it was good, but it was hard. And what I've noticed now is that I just come from a place of, how can I really genuinely help these women? How can I help them not just have a voice, but put some money in their kitty so that they can pay for the things that make them feel nice, the nice things in their life that they've been saying no to. How can I help them do that? And we get to know that of them by asking the questions. We hear this in training all the time. Just talk to people. Just find out what gets them ticking. Find out what they're missing out on, what they're saying no to, and, see if you can fill that gap. And that's where I love coming back into a place of heart whenever I get on these calls, on a 3-way, whenever I'm starting conversations with people. It's usually in the morning when Ruby goes to school. I sit here and I take a deep breath. I do a little meditation, and I just say to myself, who can I serve today? Who can I help put, some cash in their bank? Who can I help get their health better, get that glowing skin? I see a lot of people with eczema in my family, so I'm like, who can I help and make their skin better, make them feel better? And then you just channel that energy, so when you're out and you're talking to people on your phone or even outside, it comes through because you've channeled that vibration into yourself. So if you feel like you're coming from a place of desperation, just come and sit inside yourself and say to yourself, how would I like to be helped? How can I help and serve others? Yeah. How do you ask people who have watched or been to an event to re-watch or re-invite? Yeah, good question. So this has come up. Stace, good question, because it's come up in a lot of the follow-ups that I'm doing from September last year. I sent out this invite to have a look at the business on our hospitality page, and it went crazy. It went mental, and I got in trouble, and they took the post down. But before they took that down, I didn't realize, actually, to be completely honest, I went into a comment. Someone was, they were just like, in Melbourne, it's hard to get some work over here at the moment. And she was just like, I've been in from New Zealand for a year. I haven't even got a full-time job yet. I'm so stressed out. I don't want to go back to New Zealand. And so I simply just put in the comments box, hey, honey, have you ever thought of working online? I'd love to help you if that's what you want to do. Well, everybody saw that. And everybody just started, me too, messaging me. And I was just like, whoa. And then the next day it was shut down. So just be mindful when you're going into groups like that. Please make sure that you're allowed to be in there. That was my bad. But anyway, So I'm actually going back and I'm chatting with these people, Stace, and what's happening is, like, I've sent them all events and we've had conversations in between all that, but it really does start with, like, one of the girls' names is Emma. I was like, hey, Emma, oh my God, we never actually really reconnected again from last September. How's things been? And it's literally just, it's not dive straight into the rabbit hole and say, you know, did you watch it? Do you want to watch it? Do you want to join it? It's nothing like that. It's pretty much just, how's things going? I stalk their page as well and see what's going on, and I love and I like and I comment, and I might say something like, holy crap, you just got back from Canada. That's so amazing. Are you from there? What is the thing that Fraser uses? You know, what did they do for work? Oh, where do they holiday? How many kids have they got? Their occupation and all that kind of stuff. Asking them those kind of questions. But with those people that I've sent events to out in September, it's pretty much just touching base and saying, hey, why are you putting your hand up? Yeah, it's come up for me recently. Oh, Lord, thank you, Lord. And what does Lord mean again? Occupation.
Location, yeah. Occupation, recreation, dreams.
You're the bomb. Thanks, Hannah.
So, me and Stacey like flicked it up at the same time, and I was like, snap.
Yeah. So, Lord, man, like, those are really cool questions to ask people when you're starting conversations. But yes, Stacey, I hope that helps. It's literally just jumping back in that chat and saying, hey, hun, how you going? I will say I have, when I feel like I've had really good rapport with some people, like I had it today, I was like, holy crap, we went, you know, I had a big conversation with this person, then I sent them the event, then we had more conversation. It was like cut to the chase. So I pretty much just said, hey, hun, did you ever get to watch that event again? Would love to get your feedback. And I've had 2 people go, oh, what event? And I'm just like, oh my gosh. So you have to start again. You know what I mean? But you will hear it all the time. Like, it really is. And I hate saying it. And I used to hate this when I first started the business, but it really is a numbers game. Some people are going to say, yeah, and they're not going to watch it. Some people are going to, you know, watch it and never get back to you. Like, some people, it just isn't a priority for them right now, you know. And I think it's really important that you do the Lord, but you also do a little bit of digging into, are they happy where they are right now? You know, I have something that I think might help you. I don't know if it's for you or not, but would you be open to having a look? You know, if you've got that conversation to a point where you've explored their pain points, then that conversation is really easy to have, and they're going to have a look. You know, for me, when I joined this business, like, we didn't even have events, or did we? Oh, no, we did have events. No, we did have events. And I was on straight away. But, you know, like, everybody's coming in at different times. So please be patient and just know that every seed you're planting is a seed that's planted. But when you are going back and revisiting and re-inviting, it's as simple as, hey, babe, how's things going? And then just building it up again. And if you know, like I said before, if you really have built that relationship up, it's as simple as, did you ever watch that event I sent you? You know? Or, and again, ask them, you know, you're still in that job you're doing? Yeah, I freaking hate it. I'm still bloody there. Oh, did you ever get to have a look at that event that I sent you? Most of the time they say, what event? Or, oh, no, I didn't. And it's like, well, you know, like, I don't know if it could help you. It could, but if you watch it, it would help. So yeah, relationship building, and, you know, Stace, like you said before, you're getting more confident in asking. You will get, the more conversations that you are having, the easier the conversations will just flow and come. You just got to have more conversations, and don't think you've stuffed up conversations. Like, we learn from all of our mistakes, and yeah, just all I can implore is just do as many conversations as you can. However, back to the 90-90, it's just one a day. You might start 4 or 5 conversations. That's totally up to you. But as long as you can send at least one event a day, that's amazing. And then what I found, if you guys have got your 30-30 grid, I'm really naughty, okay? I don't have mine. I've actually got one on my phone. And I just write that person down, And then what I've done is, so I'm now following up with the people that I sent events to last week. So it's simple as, hey babe, how's your day going? You know, just saw you doing this and that, la la la. And they're like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, that's so wicked. Also just wondering, did you get a chance to watch that event? I would love to get some feedback from you. Or love to hear what you love most about it. So that's what's happening every a day as well. And the cool thing is you're only following up with one person. You can follow up with 2 or 3 if you like, but 1 is not overwhelming. Cool? I'm going to pass it over to Hannah now. And Michaela, if you want to do it, you can do it. Yeah? Just reach out to Hannah and just ask her for a little bit more info. Send her the 30 names and whatever. But to other honeybees who are watching this and you want more on the 90-90, I missed training last night because I was on customer calls, and I've got a great excuse actually because I hadn't spoken to my cousin for 10 years and we spoke for an hour and a half last night. So that was just like, what training? So, but I'm bummed because apparently it was amazing training on the 90-90. So I will find that, I will seek it, and I will pop it in Team Honeybee and tag you guys into it because apparently it was phenomenal. So I'm going to pass it over to Hannah now, and she's going to chat to you guys about ManiChat and also the good stuff that's come out of her 90-90 that she's been getting from that as well. Thanks, babe. Thanks, girls.
Cool. Thank you, Tracy B. Cool. I love that you are the type that builds the relationship first, and I am the type that invites first and then builds the relationship. So you can do it both ways. So I do build relationships with some, like new people. You really have to. I have a gauge for who I can invite pretty quickly within about 4 to 6 messages, and then who I just build a relationship with. And then obviously if you're new here, you have a really great warm market, and you might think that you have nobody to reach out to, but you really, really do. And the best thing to do to build trust and show who you are and build that relationship from another angle is to share your journey on social media. I know a lot of us have a fear about being too overwhelming on social media, sharing too much, being that hoha person on social media. But if you are coming from a place of heart, like Tracy B shared, if you are adding value, if you are sharing something that added value to your life and you believe that it might add value to somebody else's life and you're sharing that, then, you know, if people don't like that, then they can actually go and unfollow you. So, and the people who do like that and do want that value in their lives and are attracted to that are your tribe. And that's how you attract a tribe. Okay, where was I going with that? So I invite pretty quickly these days. I can connect with somebody and find something that resonates, find 1 or 2 things that resonates quite quickly, compliment them on their social media, ask them what inspired them to start sharing their journey, and that opens up a really great conversation. They start sharing a bit more about why they actually share. And then I can just go, hey, just based on what you've shared, I don't know if it would be for you or not, but I'm working on something really exciting at the moment. If I was to send you something, would you be open, something to explain, would you be open to taking a look? And that gives me permission. So I've found their location, I know their occupation, I know what they love to do and why they love doing it, and I know what their dreams are, and what their goals are. So I've got permission to ask them for that. So rather than beating around the bush and just getting lost in messages, I just like getting straight to the point. And then some of them might get shocked and go, oh, what's happening here? I don't know what this is about, and not even watch the video. And then some of them come back straight away. Like I just connected with a girl, would have been a couple of weeks ago now, had a 3-way. I've never met her before. I connected with her on Instagram, and then got her on a 3-way with Tracy B. She became a customer straight after that call and now is interested in the business. And that was just from one of those very quick rapport building, resonating with her, and then inviting her straight away to have a look, and boom. So it really does, it's up to you, I guess, whether you want to, I think, I don't even know what it is. I guess it's a gauge of, and a matter of knowing that you have something to share and you have a gift to share, and that you can identify with that person what your gift may benefit them for, whether it be health or financial. And then just asking the $1 million question. Just ask the damn question. Just step up to the plate, like Linda said on that training that I shared the other day. Step up to the plate and swing, because you're gonna be doing it anyway. And so I just really think, just be fearless with it, and because it really is, Tracy, like Tracy said, a numbers game. And whether those people watch it now and go, oh no, it's not for me, they're going to be watching you now. They're going to be following your journey now. They're going to be looking for more to resonate with. They're going to be watching a lot closer now, whether you know it or not. And you might as well just ask them early on, and then, start building on that relationship, and they start to trust you, especially if they've only just met you. So that's just my way of doing things at the moment. I feel like my long-term kind of conversation relationship ones that where what Tracy was talking about are the people that I've known for a long time. I don't know what that's about. That's obviously a personal thing for me. I find it harder to ask people to take a look who I know really well rather than people who I've just met. So, everybody's got their own flavor, and there's all sorts of ways to do these things. But asking the question is really what's going to put money in your bank at the end of the day. Right, ManiChat. So Adam shared last night on New Zealand training. He took us through a process. You can go and find that training in Team Freestyle under the New Zealand trainings. But basically, what we need to do is step through that video process ourselves, and then step through that video process with our new teamies. And what it's basically doing is showing them showing them the skills and teaching them the skills of how to find their first customers and how to find their first team members, and what it takes to get to SDVF, because that's a really pinnacle position in this business, a really great position to get yourself in to build a good business. So basically it's 3 videos, and then they need to get back to you, and you have a chat after that, and then you help them find their first customer or 2. You help them create a list of who they think would benefit from the health and from the health benefits, from the program and the products. And then you get them to choose one person out of that list who they really think, like their top person in that list, that they really think would resonate with the program. And then you help them in the process to reach out to that person and start that conversation with them, and start asking the right questions in order for you to get permission to send them some info to take a look. And then after that, you get their first customer, and then you show them the next 4 videos, I think it is, and then it's the same process, as in make a list of the people who you think would benefit from the business side of things financially, and then again to pick your top person. Okay, I'm going to show you and I'm going to help you reach out to this person and get permission to send them an invite. So those are the skills that we need. We need to build up those skills of asking the right questions, reaching out and asking the right questions, and then inviting and getting that permission to invite. Cool. Yes. So yeah, I think it's 1, 2, 3, and then we have another follow-up call, and then it's 4, 5, 6, 7, and then it's a follow-up call, and then that's when you go for Teamy. So and then 8, 9, 10 is, I can't remember what the last videos are about. I haven't got right through it yet, but anyway, he explained it on that training last night, and he drew this like diagram and stuff. So you're welcome to go and find that and jump on and have a look how that works. So it is a really great system, and then we're not getting lost in tagging people into here and there and over here. We've just got that system. We've just got that video system. We just have to say to them, watch the first 3 videos and then let me know when you've watched them, and then we set up a time to chat. Or you set up a time to chat and you say, okay, watch those 3 videos before we catch up again, okay? And then you do that, and then you move on from there. 90 and 90. The accountability has me stepping up to the plate, like I said. The accountability, having that accountability there, having that team of women there who are all on that same boat. I don't want to let them down. I don't want to let myself down. But also I really am creating part of my vision board. So one of the prizes for, or one of the incentives, I should say, for the 90 and 90 is if you're in it, every 30 days they pick somebody, your NMD upline picks somebody out of their group who's doing the 90 and 90, and they go and they get to go to the VIP section at conference and get like one-on-ones with Lauren LaHave and who's the bro from the UK, that dude from the UK, yes, John Holowati, and the chick from the US, the other chick from the US who's like amazing. I forget her name. But anyway, I forget their names because my vision is going for Lauren LaHave. I put her on my vision board to meet her. She's one of my, I guess you could say she's very inspirational to me. She's one of, yeah, she's part of my vision. So when I found that out, I was like, okay, I'm doing this. This is why I'm going to be doing this, is because I need to create this thing that I've put on my vision board, right? So my vision is pulling me through this as well. So what my vision is pulling me through is my limiting beliefs. I have them every day, just like you do. Today, I was talking to a chick who she's been one of my long-term people who I've been developing that relationship with, like Tracy was explaining. And I've never, I don't know, there's something about her that, like, you know, when you have those people, you've got those certain people who you're like, oh no, they're going to think I'm a dick, or they're going to think I'm this, they're going to think I'm that. It's so stupid. It's a really, really stupid bullshit story in my head. Anyway, so the beliefs I was having today while I was talking to her, because I found an excuse to reach out to her, and then she was just like really in this amazing conversation. Like, she was being very open and sharing, and I was like, oh cool, this is a good vibe, this is a good sign. I was still telling myself, oh no, she won't be the person who I invite today because she won't be interested, she's not the type, and she's gonna say no. And then I was just like, oh my God, shut the up, Hannah, and invite her already. Like, honestly, it's so stupid. And so I did. So I just wrote, do it anyway. Think all those things, let those thoughts come in, and do it anyway. So I invited her. Yeah. So I don't think I've had a reply yet. I don't know. I did it this afternoon. I'll have a look, see if she's replied yet. But anyway, that's what's really great about 90 and 90, what I've found really great is the accountability and the fact that it pulls you through, like yeah, pulls you through your limiting beliefs, because you're like, shit, I need to send a link today, like just one, it's just one. So like, have conversations, and you'll have to reach out to multiple people, because not everybody's going to get back to you. So I just reach out to people until somebody gets back to me, and then I will pursue a conversation with that person or multiple people, whoever gets back to me. But whoever gets back to me first, I'll obviously work on that one. But you do have to reach out. I reach out to people until somebody gets back to me. I just want to see if I've got this reply. Anyway, before I finish, I wanted to share some inspiration. So those are all the technical things we have to do, but I wanted to just end on a little bit of inspiration around purpose. I was driving today and listening to a book by Eckhart Tolle, and he wrote A New Earth is what I'm listening to at the moment. Anywho, obviously, if you know Eckhart Tolle, he's all about present, being in the present, living in the present, being very conscious, tapping into your consciousness and being aware. So awareness, consciousness, presence, mindfulness, all of that sort of stuff. So he was talking about purpose. So this is just kind of my how do I say it? My perception of what he was explaining. So purpose, finding your purpose. We all talk about finding our purpose, like it's this one thing, like it's this one purpose that we have in our whole entire life. But no, we don't just have one purpose. We have to understand, and I think that's where people get lost and they get discouraged and they get depressed and they get worried, because they're like, fuck, I don't have this purpose. What's my purpose here? And they don't find it because they can't define it, when actually your purpose is right here in this present moment. So my purpose right now is to share this whakaaro with you, is to share my thoughts with you and add value to you 3 ladies this evening. This is my purpose right in this moment. So I'm being present, and this is my purpose now, right? But when I'm in, say, conversations and trying to, reach out and all that sort of thing, my purpose in that moment, my primary purpose is to connect and build relationships. So I'm connecting, building relationships, being creative about how can I network with more people? How can I reach out to this person? How can I follow up this person? This is the primary purpose in that moment. And then the secondary purpose in that moment is to expose my gift to that person, or expose my gift to somebody in that moment. When I get into a conversation, how can I open up the conversation so that I can invite them to take a look at what we have, and invite them to take a look at this gift that we're holding in our hands every single day. So then you can have your overall purpose is to impact the lives of many on a daily basis by sharing your journey. So that's what I mean by you've got to do that work. So that work behind the scenes and having conversations, inviting people, is what's going to put money in your bank. But then obviously the other element is sharing your journey and sharing your beliefs, sharing your values, sharing your gifts. So that's attracting the people who are going to align with those same values, beliefs, and gifts, who are going to want more of that, who are going to press follow first, or whatever it is, see first on your Facebook page, or get notifications when Hannah posts. Because those are the people who will become your tribe over time. And that's how we attract our tribe. And, you can do that face to face as well. Obviously, when you're having conversations with people, you're sharing your beliefs and your values and all of that. But the best way to show that is through social media and posting on your personal page every day. Because your personal page is where you will pick up old relationships as well, who you wouldn't even thought they would have been watching you, and then all of a sudden they pop up and you start a conversation with them, and then they go, oh my God, I've been watching you for the last year and a half. So amazing watching your growth, and you're just shining, and I love everything about what you do. Like Tracy and I had a conversation with a friend who I studied with last night, and I know she's been watching my journey because she's like my cheerleader. She has been for a long time, but I've never invited her to take a look because I always thought, oh, she'll reach out to me if she wants to do it. She's, you just have that type of person. But no, she's never reached out for me, even though she's like cheerleader on this whole time and loves everything about what I do. She never reached out to me and asked me more. And it wasn't until I just the other day invited her, because I had her on my list of 30 of people to invite, and she was actually one of my scary ones. And I was like, fuck it, I'll just invite her. And then, oh my God, she's like, hey, keen as to join our team, has wanted the products for her boy for a long time, so that's why we have to do the work. We have to reach out to the people, because they've got all the BS stories. They don't have mentors in their lives who tell them that shit is BS, right? They don't have coaches in their lives every day. Like, we are so blessed to have the coaches and the inspiration and the accountability and the people who are cheering us on every day. Those people don't have that, so they're not going to be brave enough to reach out to you. So that's why it's so important to just reach out to everybody, because you just don't know. And you might see they like your stuff all the time or whatever, so reach out to those people who like your things all the time. But some of them don't even like or comment, but they'll be watching you. So it's really surprising who comes up. So ultimately, overall purpose, sharing what you do, sharing what you love about it, sharing your values, gifts, beliefs to ultimately attract your tribe, which means you will grow a meaningful business, providing financial flexibility for you to pursue what you are individually passionate about. So that's the goal at the end of the day, right? Yes, we are here to spread the light and add so much value. We give so much value. But at the end of the day, we're here to build a tribe and build a business and build a legacy income that's going to support us in pursuing what we really want to be doing, what we truly want to be doing. I don't know, you might be an artist, you might want to travel, you might want to start a community service, I don't know, whatever it is. But I know everybody's got their own individual visions that they have, and in order to achieve that, we have to actually do the work first. So it's not just going to come about by just kind of floating about. It's going to come about by stepping up to the plate and batting every single day, even if you miss. And you're going to miss more times than you strike. So I just want to say, just step up to the plate. Just step up to the plate and keep stepping up to the plate. We are your team, and we're here to freaking support you the whole entire way. But we can only support you if we know where you're at, and we see you stepping up to the plate, and we know what your goals are, and you're constantly, we know where you're at with things. So that's all I wanted to share tonight. Your purpose is in the present moment. So when you do have a moment to work on your business, I know everybody has busy lives. They have kids, they have 3 jobs, they have sports, gym, whatever else they're doing. But when you are in the present moment and you have a present moment to work on your business, then know that your purpose is to connect and build relationships, and your secondary purpose is to expose the gift. So step up to the plate and ask the $1 million question. Kia ora.
That was amazing. Hannah was on fire tonight. I love it. It was awesome, babe. Thanks so much for sharing. youthebomb.com. You know we love you heaps. Yep. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Hannah's on fire. For those of you who are not doing the 90-90 yet and you want to join, just reach out to your upline, reach out to anyone in the team and find out how you get in there. There's also, we've got a little private chat going on. So once you're in the 90, you get put into the 90-90, you get lots of inspiration, encouragement, you get to share your ups and your downs in there. So it's a really cool little, community for you to bounce off when you're doing this. And purpose, I love it. Once you find when you are on purpose in that moment, honestly, everything will just flow and feel so much better, I promise. In saying that though, for myself, from my experience, it took practice. It really took practice to just be in that moment. Practice, catching your awareness and just coming back into that moment. It takes time, but once you get it, man, you're on fire. Like, it's amazing. So if you want to be in flow, you want to practice that every day. So thanks heaps for joining us. 2 more weeks. We will be here again, same time. If you guys have any questions about tonight, please reach out to your upline or reach out to your sideline buddy or just ask in Team Honeybee. And for those of you who want to check out the 90-90 training from Team Freestyle last night, go into Freestyle, go into albums, and you'll find it in the trainings album. And the New Zealand album. I'm going to go check out ManiChat because that's amazing if you are bringing on new team. Yep. So easy. So I love you all. Like, I fucking really, honestly, truly love you all. Whatever you guys do today, make good choices, love one another, and be kind, and we'll see you next week. Mwah. Bye. You girls are awesome.